Hey everybody, it's me, MiaFran again. Welcome back to my channel and to another Fruits Basket review with Chantal. Welcome back.
Hello. It's good to be back.
It is. It's always good to be back, man. I love that we're talking about, something that we really enjoy. And this episode just kind of cemented that feeling for me, because this was a good, fun, well, it wasn't always fun, but it was a good episode to kind of take the load off of all the bullshit happening beforehand, because this was just a nice, fun episode to get to know other new characters.
Yeah.
Kind of learn about other characters we've barely been introduced to.
It's been a while since we saw the student council.
Yeah.
Peeps.
Been a while since we saw Manabe and Machi.
Mm-hmm.
And we got introduced to two new student council members. They're both secretaries, which I'm like, why do you need two? But okay. I forgot their names already. I don't remember their names. I don't remember these characters in the manga. I think they're in the manga. They just don't get fleshed out too much because they're just the student council.
Yeah.
Because I think they focus more in the manga on Manabe and Machi. Basically, this is the student council is gonna become Yuki's friends, basically. It's his friend group is the student council. Cause he's a nerd.
That's sweet though.
Yeah. We got the fucking nickname. We finally got the infamous nickname for Yuki. Yun. I'm excited because that's gonna stick.
I remember you mentioning that he gets that nickname thanks to Manabe, and I was like, oh, here it is.
Yeah. As soon as what's the new chick? What the hell is her name? Kimi? I remember her name. I don't remember the other first year secretary dude's name. But she started calling him Union, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. And then she's like, oh, I wasn't the first to use it. And then I'm like, it's fucking Manabe is gonna come. And then he's like, Union, and I'm like, hell yeah, man, hell yeah. The Union thing was one of my favorite parts about the manga. Because it's something you don't expect, Yuki to be okay with. Because he's not, used to that stuff. Because even in the show, he's like, why is my nickname longer than my actual name? What is this? And then he's like, oh no, I feel like it's gonna stick. And now, you can tell by the end of the episode, he's already, responding to them calling him that. So it's no, this is gonna be your nickname forever, man.
Yep.
As long as you live. I mean, Kyo got it too. The fucking class calls him Kyon. So, I mean... parallels between the two. They get stupid nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember being really excited because this kind of starts happening, and then it just becomes a regular thing.
It's cute though. It's cute.
It is cute. I'm excited. I'm curious to hear how it's gonna sound in English because it's just what?
Me too, man.
Yeah. I bet it's gonna be funny as well because it's pretty funny in Japanese, so I'm curious to hear the dub eventually when we get to that episode. I'm just gonna be oh god.
Yeah,
but we learned a few things kind of in this episode. Yuki still kind of has hang-ups about how he feels and how he wants to approach things, especially about himself, because he's still super jealous of Kyo. And he's jealous of Manabe too, because he's well, Manabe reminds me of my brother, but he also reminds me of Kyo, because he's always easily surrounded by people. It's he's this bright light that people can't avoid, and I feel I'm going to disappear. So he's really insecure about that and really jealous. Again, I think we said it in a couple episodes back, but it's they're Kyo and Yuki are both jealous of each other for the polar opposite reasons.
Yeah.
And they don't really know that because they don't talk and they don't like each other, so it's eventually that's gonna have to come to a close, and it's just building up. But I'm glad we're finally because before we got kind of Kyo's side of it, we focused on Kyo a little bit in the last few episodes. Now we're back to focusing on Yuki because we're back in school. So and it doesn't help that Manabe tells him, Yuki, and is hey, how come you're not walking Toru home? how come she's like hanging out with like your cousin? Are they like dating or whatever? And Yuki kind of like doesn't answer, and he's like, oh, I'm right, they're dating because Kyo looks a lot happier than you do. And then that's the big like moment of the episode, with Yuki kind of like snapping at him like, why do you care so much? Of like, why are you like judging people's happiness? Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, things escalated really quick, which I did not expect. Like, Manabe really lost his temper right there, and it's just like, oh shit, like, don't hurt my baby boy, Yuki, please. But one thing that really caught my attention when Manabe was looking at Kyo and Toru walking home, it's just the way that he was looking at them. I was like, I know why he gave them that look, because that look did not look good. He looked kind of pissed off, but I guess that will be explained later on.
You can kind of infer like what that could mean. Like, he could maybe be being jealous for Yuki. Like, what the fuck? Like, why is she hanging out with some other guy when like she's got Yuki, you know? Because at this point, like, I feel like Manabe really considers Yuki like an actual friend. He gave him a goddamn nickname. He's trying to like connect with him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can infer that that's what that means, or I don't know what else it could mean, but it's,
we'll find out.
We'll find out
soon.
It's like, I don't know how else to like explain it without like getting into like spoilers and stuff, because like the whole relationship between like Yuki and like the members of the student council, like, it's gonna change a lot like as the show goes on. So like there's gonna be some twists and turns, especially for just like the anime onlys who have no idea what the fuck is happening, because like, we got some other glimpses of like, Yuki is like, why is Machi always like really quiet? Like, she's kind of weird. Like, I don't understand her, but I kind of understand her. Like, I don't know why she doesn't say anything. And she didn't say anything the whole episode. She's just kind of like going through the motions.
Yeah, she almost kind of did when Yuki asked her like, hey, what color do you want to be? Which we never found out like what color she wanted to be. And it was interesting because she kind of got caught off guard. Because she was like, wait, are you like actually asking like what I think? Like, she didn't really expect that. So I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
I see something there. Which I can't believe they got interrupted. I was like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah, it's like they're just like giving us like nothing in terms of, I mean, we're gonna find out sooner or later like what her deal is, like why she's the way she is. But I think we're gonna find out at the same time that Yuki does. Like, it's gonna be revealed like gradually, I think. Once he kind of like learns stuff, like more things about her, that's how we're gonna learn, and we're gonna see like a whole different like side to her, and like see what she really is like when she like kind of will start like opening up as a person and a character. So it's like it's interesting to see the little glimpses like where she wanted to say something but doesn't, and like the way she like looks at him, like she's kind of like, I don't understand why you're actually like talking to me. It's like, like I feel like you can get the impression that she's one of those kinds of people that like nobody really asks her like about her opinion. She's more like a listener and a follower, not really like a talker or a leader. So like there's some deep-seated reasons clearly about like why she's like that. So yeah, I think it's interesting because she and Yuki are very similar in terms of like they're very quiet people, which is why I think Yuki doesn't understand her and wants to know more about her, because it's like, no, it's easy to understand someone like Toru or Kyo, like from Yuki's perspective, because they're so outwardly like friendly or loud or like boisterous, and like this person, like he knows nothing about her, but she's super interesting to him because he can't figure her out, and he doesn't know how to like approach that because he's also like the same as her, like really quiet, like he doesn't like to really say anything. I mean, he's more extroverted than she is, but they're both very, very like introverted people, and clearly they've both gone through some traumatic things. Clearly she's gone through some trauma. If the first time they fucking met she was like very shaken. It's interesting how we're gonna see just her develop as a character and see how she becomes more of an integral part of the story.
But I'm excited to see like more about her. I can't wait until we dive into that, because that's gonna be exciting, because we literally like know nothing about her, because she's just kind of there in the background as of now.
I definitely think it's gonna happen more towards like the third year arc, because there's still second years, I think, technically. So because the fucking Yuki fan club, what's her name, Makoto,
Yeah.
the like leader, she's still there and she's a third year, so they haven't graduated yet.
Yeah.
And when
Until I was surprised, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
she's still here.
And when she showed up, I was like, ugh, go away.
I know.
She's still annoying. Like, whatever. She handled her rejection pretty well, but like, she still needs to like lay off, bro. Chill out.
But it was funny when the other new girl just kind of jumps in and everyone's like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And she's acting all buddy-buddy with Yuki, and she gives like no fucks whatsoever about like the Yuki fan club.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I am close to him. And I like how she rubs it in their faces. She's like, oh, thanks for the sweets. We ate them together. And I was like, oh my god. Like, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that she kind of like brushes it off when they confront her again. She's like, okay, well, I don't have time to talk to you, so I'm gonna go. So see you later. Bye.
It's funny though. I like it.
Yeah. I like this weird dynamic of like the student council, like how Yuki describes it. It's like the student council is made up of a bunch of troublemakers.
Yeah.
Like everybody
Absolute chaos.
is like, yeah, everybody's kind of like, not really a misfit, but it's more like everybody there, like, yeah, creates their own kind of chaos. Like the first year secretary kid, like he's like way too like serious, I feel like.
Yeah.
And like he takes like jokes about his height really like too seriously, so hilarious. Machi is like really quiet, and he does like Yuki doesn't know anything about her, so she's just a troublemaker in terms of like, well, I don't know what she does, so that in itself I guess is like troublesome. The other chick, she's like a seductress, apparently. I don't know. She convinced the teacher to give them a whiteboard, so I guess she knows how to, get people to say yes to her. They just kind of call her a seductress, I guess, because she's cute. And then, of course, Manabe is just fucking loud and crazy and doesn't really give a fuck. But I like that Yuki first is like, no, Manabe is like the biggest troublemaker. But then he goes and changes his mind and is like, no, I'm the biggest troublemaker.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It's like, damn, man. It's like, Yuki, no.
His
His
self-reflection is like really deep in this one, because he even says like, oh, I told myself I wasn't gonna run away from things anymore. So it's like, this is just the beginning of like a new step or a new like path, I guess, that he's taking to like not just like become a better person, but like become a more open, extroverted person. Like, I think he's trying to be more like Kyo, even though he probably won't admit it. The opposite, like, I feel like Kyo is becoming more, like we said in, a few episodes, he's becoming more mature like Yuki is, because Yuki's very mature in terms of, like, he doesn't really, like, start fights. He kind of, like, finishes them, I guess, if he has to get in one, but he's usually not an instigator, whereas Kyo will, like, just kind of impulsively just, like, go off on someone, and he's like trying not to be that way. So they're like trying to be like each other, so they're changing each other. And of course Toru's also like a catalyst for that. She's like changing them as well.
Yeah.
She kind of she's kind of dumb to stuff like that, I guess. Not in a bad way, it's just she's very naive and innocent. She doesn't really know how big of an influence she has on people.
I do like that Manabe does admit that he's jealous of Yuki, though.
Yeah.
That was pretty big of him.
See, because I feel like, because Kyo would never say that. So, like, Manabe saying it is, like, the next best thing. Like, I don't think Kyo or Yuki would really admit out loud that they're jealous of the other. Maybe not now.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Maybe at a later time. I don't know. Could happen. But yeah, I think Manabe, like, being very similar to Ayame and Kyo is really something that Yuki needs, is, like, a push to, move up in his evolution as a person. It's a good episode. Them kind of fighting too, I was like, oh wow. Also, I was like, dude, why did you kick the plants? Like, they're all messed up now. That was unnecessary.
I know. I was like, not the plants.
Yeah, it was the same as that girl. Like, what happened? What did you do?
They're like, how Manabe was like, oh, that was me, my bad. He's like, well, yeah, it can't be Yuki. There's no way he would do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny how they all know how Manabe is.
Yeah. They know he's
But I think
most likely the culprit in times like that.
I think that's everything I gotta say.
I think so too, because again, this was like more of just like a side story, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not really, it's part of the main story, but I feel like it's just kind of like a little piece of character development.
Yeah, it's more like an introduction.
Yeah.
To get the ball rolling.
I mentioned this to you earlier, but did you go back and watch the OP to see Kureno
I did.
in there? He's so cute. If you guys are not aware, Kureno is like actually in the OP. He's in the OP, but now he's like in it more. Because now we know he's the rooster, so it's like, oh, he gets the little walking animation part where you see their animal forms reflecting in like the water or like a mirror, a reflective surface. His is with Rin's on the bus, but his is like in the reflection of like the phone, and it's just the little bird, and it's so cute.
I know.
And like when I almost missed it too, because I was like letting the OP play while I was like scrolling through other tabs. And I just happened to like switch back to it, and it showed that part, and I had to pause. I was like, oh my god, I didn't notice this before. I think this is the first episode that's happened in it, I think. Because I don't remember it being in the previous one, unless it is and I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah, well, I mean, I skipped last week, so I cannot confirm.
But I just noticed that, and it was really cute. But I think one of the like theories as to why like Kureno transforms into a bird, and like the reason why Hattori doesn't transform into a fucking dragon in a seahorse instead, is because I think the because the bonds between like God and the animals, it's like been stretched out for so long, so many like generations, that like it's very weak now.
Yeah.
Which is why they like they don't transform into like the actual like animal for some of them.
Yeah, that's one that I've seen a lot too.
So, I don't know why it only affects some of them. I mean, it makes sense for Hattori, because, like, how the fuck would you do that? But I don't know why, like, roosters aren't that big. Like, it's not that big of an animal. Like, Rin can still turn into, like, a full-sized horse. So why can't Kureno transform into an actual rooster? I don't get that, but okay. I guess because the bird design is cuter? I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know what the mangaka was thinking, but, I mean, it's a cute little design, and I really like it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm biased though, because I'm Year of the Rooster, so. But you're Year of the Dog, right?
I am.
Yeah, because 93 is the rooster and then 94 is the dog. Yeah, I noticed that. I thought I would mention it because it was really cute. And you should go back and watch it if you didn't see it. What the hell is the next title of the episode? All I know is that it had Ritsu in the end card. Oh, it says, I should just die.
That's probably. It sounds like something Ritsu would say.
Yeah, it might have been his Japanese voice, but I can't tell. Anyway, I don't remember what happens next, so don't ask me. I can't remember what happens next after this. Because I only know, like, the big parts. I don't remember the little parts in between, like, with the student council stuff. I, like, barely remember any of that shit, so. I only know, like, stuff that's gonna happen, like, with the main focus of the story. So, I don't remember what happens. We're gonna have to find out next week. Thank you for joining me once again, Chantal.
No
this was
problem.
A lot of fun. Yes. If you guys want to hear our previous thoughts on all the previous episodes from season 2 of Fruits Basket, the playlist will be in the end card. At the end of the video, go subscribe to Chantal if you already haven't. Like, you should. Because not only do we make videos on her channel, but she also makes other cool videos that I think you guys would like. You're welcome. And follow us both on Twitter. Our links are in the description. And also go check out our podcast that we do sometimes every month, kind of. Yes. Our new episode just came out for June. So go check that out. We did it on a K-drama called Fated to Love You. So go check it out. Subscribe. Follow the podcast Twitter. And yeah, subscribe to me if you already haven't. And yeah, have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye!